We're with John Kelly. John Kelly is a personal injury attorney in Phoenix, Arizona. He's agreed to answer some online questions. These are specifically related to product liability. With that said, John, let's go into our first question. I had a pelvic organ prolapse, and I keep hearing on the news that this could be due to vaginal mesh. How do I get more information on this and find out if I can take part?
Okay, thanks for the question, Ryan. With these products, unfortunately, these mesh products, they've been associated with a number of serious health concerns. And there's actually already been thousands of cases filed on these types of injuries nationwide. When you have this experience with a medical injury that's gone wrong, you can be left with a lot of medical expenses. You have doctors, you have a lot of questions that are unanswered, and it's a very difficult time. So what's important is it's a good idea to contact a local personal injury attorney that handles these type of cases, and you can find out if you're a good candidate for a lawsuit. But remember that the attorneys that handle these cases will take them on a contingency fee basis, which means there's no fees and expenses unless you recover. So it's in your best interest to reach out and find out if you can participate in one of these lawsuits and get compensation for the injuries.
Okay, excellent. Next question. My husband has a defective hip implant. We're continually going back to the doctor, and it has caused him a lot of pain. He initially had surgery 3 years ago, and it was supposed to last for 5 to 10 years. What is the process we need to go through? The brand name was Smith and Nephew.
Okay, so in these circumstances, there may need to be another assessment by a doctor other than the doctor that they were originally going to kind of look back over what was done. Again, with that, the first step is probably to contact a personal injury attorney in your specific location that handles these kind of cases, because there could also be a statute of limitations issues that's brought up in this case. You only have a certain amount of time after you find out that you have the injury to bring a lawsuit. So an attorney will help you find that out, and then an attorney can kind of help you find what the cause of the problem was. So the questions will be, was it a defective product, and was it a manufacturer's defect or a defect in that specific product? Or maybe it was error in the surgeon's work. And there can be a number of other contributing factors that a good injury attorney needs to look at. So those are all issues that can be handled by an attorney that's familiar with these kind of cases.
Okay, next one. I'm new to the area and would like to speak to an attorney about a side effect I believe was produced from Lipitor. What are my first steps?
Well, all medications have side effects, and some of them can be very serious. And the manufacturers have actually had a whole slew of disclaimers that they put on their products, knowing that they could cause serious injuries. And the problem that individuals have is showing causation, that product actually caused an injury, and that injury was serious, and there's now medical expenses related to that. Again, with these medication cases, there's some known side effects, and some of these known side effects that are serious are good claims. So one of the things they need to do right away is contact a local attorney, have them look at it and see if their side effects match up with what is known to be some of the issues with that particular medication.
Okay, my understanding is personal injury lawyers only get paid if I win my case, as well as they often refer cases. Does my portion of a settlement, if there is one, get divided if the case is referred?
Okay, that's a good question, because a lot of attorneys will actually work with other attorneys on cases that have specialties and focus in on certain types of cases. But the good news is that the client doesn't hurt for that. So if the client has multiple attorneys working on their case, that's actually good for them. They have a lot of different attorneys that have specialized areas, that have different knowledge bases that they can kind of pull from, and they actually will split the attorney's fees portion of the case. The client's portion will all still remain with them. So if the attorney's fees were, say, 30%, and 2 attorneys take it and they split the work 50-50, you know, one attorney will take 15% of the claim and the other attorney will take 15, and the rest will all go to the client.
Okay, and the last question we had is, I believe I qualify for a class action suit. Does this mean I will need to join the suit, or can I get a direct settlement, and if so, should I?
Another good question. With a class action lawsuit, if they are brought, it's sometimes beneficial to join and pool the resources of others in that lawsuit. So yes, you could bring a direct lawsuit, but it probably wouldn't be cheap. So you want to get some of the details about what the class action lawsuit is, whether your injury pertains to that particular class action lawsuit. And if it does, and you're a good fit, you will probably be benefited by going through that way because of the pooled resources.
Okay, excellent. Well, that was the last question. If you have any questions for John, all you need to do is post them to the comment section below. He's agreed to get back to you directly with answers. Obviously, you can also reach out to his firm directly. Thanks for your time, John.
Thanks, Ryan.